Good morning. We're only just into September, but it already feels very autumnal indeed. You can see from some of the vegetation behind me there, that looks like we've been into autumn for some time now. I'm continuing though with my float fished prawn in pursuit of perch. I'm on a different venue this morning, but everything else is the same apart from the fact it's much deeper where I am. Anyway, let's cast out and hopefully no pike issues today. And what will the first fish be? I think it will be a perch on this occasion. First cast, and within a minute the float disappears and I'm not a blanker. Second cast and I had another bite. The area where I'm fishing, although the vegetation is dying off now, just like it is this side of the water, it's also the same beneath it as well. Nevertheless, you've still got stuff out there. So lily pads, for example, are now beginning to decrease if you're on a pool where they are. If you've got weed, that's also beginning to decrease, etc. But nevertheless, still stuff there, and that's where fish head for, isn't it? And where I am here, then there's obviously some stuff there. It's a fairly clear bottom. I have plummeted it. It's 6 feet deep, so that's a good depth of water in front of me, much different to the previous two sessions. But immediately, where do fish go? They go for cover, don't they? Security, safety, what we call snags, whether that's a tree in the water, a car in some urban pits and urban lakes, or maybe just weed and lily pads and overhanging branches. It's all instinct as far as the fish is concerned. It's good to know that though, isn't it? Early on you begin to find out you swim even from a few casts in, and especially if you've had a lost fish, you know what's out there already. Your mind's beginning to piece everything together. So if I do get a third bite, then hopefully, based on what I've said, and I need to strike early, get the fish out of the area where I've got the float fairly quickly, net it, and then hopefully I will be back with a second perch. 3 bites, 2 perch. I'll settle for that. This is the bite. Will it develop? Of course, because when I say a bite, I've just had a dip on the float and immediately came back up. Could be roach. If you saw my 2 previous videos and others as well, going back in time, then you'll know that it's more than just perch that like prawn for breakfast. Is this one developing? I think it could be. Again, slight movement there, but if you've got a small roach out there just plucking at the prawn, then obviously that's a different scenario as to a perch. Roach and perch have got very different size mouths anyway, so a bigger roach would take the prawn that I've got on the hook, but a smaller one would just pluck at it, whereas even a small perch, notorious for being greedy, would definitely wolf it all down. Anyway, I'm just bringing that one in, and I can see there that the section of prawn is still intact. So shall I count that as a bite? Not really, maybe an inquiry. So I'm still on for my 3 bites and 2 fish dream. Probably more of a desire than a dream. However, talking about predators, a pike has just gone through the swim. I didn't actually see the pike, but I saw the evidence of it as the water, it's like watching Jaws, the water turned in a bow wave and all the fish scattered. So looks like I can't get away from them, doesn't it? Let's hope that I can catch something though, something else. At least I'm not a blanker. I do like pike, but they are one of those fish that it has to be in the right setting and scenario, doesn't it? I can see a perch out there actually just beneath the surface of the water. It's about £0.5. It's a good fish. I wouldn't mind getting that one next. Not sure what this is. If it's a perch, it's a very, very good one. Could be the pike, couldn't it? Let's see. Certainly got some pull on it. And it's trying its hardest to get into all those lilies, etc. that I mentioned. I think it's a pike. Not surprised, really. No, it's not. It's a tench. From this venue, this is a very, very nice surprise indeed. However, like most people, and especially as anglers, I do like surprises, especially pleasant ones. I used the phrase the mystery of angling in a recent video, and that typifies it, doesn't it? You just never know sometimes what you're going to catch. The species that you weren't even thinking about, not even on the radar, suddenly they turn up. That's why when I knew I'd got a good fish, I thought, no, this isn't a perch. And then I saw the dark coloration of it, and I thought it must be the pike. Well, I was wrong on both occasions with the perch and the pike, but I'll settle for a tinker. I think I should have come here for my tench fishing instead of the lake during the latter part of the summer. What a cracking fish that one is. It's not a big venue either. That's also an important factor, isn't it? Sometimes the weather forecasters get it right, sometimes they don't. On this occasion, they have. It's raining. It was about a 70% chance, I think, last time I looked. I've just had a third tinker on. It went off, a little bit of a run there, and the hook parted company with the fish. Incredible, really, when you consider this venue. You won't know it, of course, by watching the video, but from my perspective, it's one of those places where I've fished before and people think, even anglers, yeah, you'll get a few small roach and perch in there. But tench, yes, I have had them in the past, but to get them in the numbers that I have now, it shows that there's actually a bigger head of fish than even I expected or anticipated or thought of. Just shows, doesn't it, the mystery of angling. You never know what's out there, do you? Sometimes words are not needed. Definitely Groundhog Day here. I'm dragging you over the golf course.
Yes, third time.
And I'd like to see wheat ears. I keep thinking to myself, migration time, that's what should be over here. And I do live in hope. We've just checked our premium bonds draw results for the month and we've done quite well. Pleased with that. If you're feeling nosy, because I do record the amount in the blog, well, check it out. If you're watching this on YouTube, then the link will be in the description box. And the reason why I've got my TNS top on is that I'm off to work now. There's a game this evening. No rest for the wicked. as they say. See you at Park Hall.